Hello, everybody. You have tuned into another episode of No More Silent Tears. I'm your host, Chantel Thomas, and we have
Patricia. Glad to be here again today with you. Hope you enjoy the segment on today.
Yes, so let's get into it.
Okay. I'm ready.
No access. What comes to mind? Tell me what comes to mind when I say no access.
Denied, denied, denied.
Yeah, so when you think about no access, you think about that big old red circle with the line all the way through it. Like you cannot, after that, no. So when I think about no access, because we always talking about entrance and exiting and what we allow in our space, and just those things alone. And we talked about on one of our segments about just letting people, our limitations and stuff like that. So giving access is basically the same thing. It's like, what can I do in this point in my life where I have to deny access to me? And I feel like denying access is not a bad thing. Even though it looks bad on certain situations and certain scenarios, it may feel like the worst thing ever. I'm learning, I'm taking steps. I'm baby stepping right now. Like I'm in the toddler stage as far as walking into that no. But I have said no, and it felt so great to be able to be on that side of the fence saying no. I want to give, I'm very transparent. So it's some years back where, I created, or I was in a community of people, and I allowed myself to be in access to, accessible to them, you know what I mean, as much as possible, because I felt like just as a saved person, as someone that know the Lord, that's something that you're supposed to do. You give yourself, you know what I mean, and you allow access into that world. Like, everything. I was like, let me, someone asked me to come and do this and that. And I'm like, yeah, I'll be there. They asked me, you want to support? Yeah, I'm going to be there. I was the first one. I'm going to be there because I felt in my heart that I needed to be accessible when my brother or my sister called me. You know what I'm saying? Or the people that I was around or surrounded myself with. If they called me, then I needed to be available and give them the access. So I started looking into that thing, because what you allow people to do, they are not going to do it for you. They will not do it for you. And I had to learn that the hard way. So me learning this, I had to also understand that no is genuinely not a bad position to be in.
Absolutely not.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely not.
No.
A lot of times saying no is a powerful word, first of all.
Yeah.
But when you first start saying no, it's like strange. Should I have said no? Yes. If it's good for you to say no, say no.
Yeah.
No is not being rude. No does not mean you don't care. No just simply means I'm not available.
Right.
You don't have access right now.
Yeah.
No means you're not ready for whatever you're saying no to.
Absolutely.
If someone gets mad because you said no, because it was never about you, your feelings, how you felt about the situation, whether you could or could not do it, whether it put you out. A lot of times when people borrow money and you say no, and they get upset but not even know the situation that you're in, whether you can even afford to allow them to borrow money. Or sometimes people get big, bad, and bold. Can I borrow your car? No, if you wreck it, who's going to take care of it then? How am I going to get to work? They don't care about those things. If you say no, and it's good for you to say no, learn to say no. No. Just like we teach our kids to say no to drugs, no.
Yeah.
It's simply just that easy. You do not owe anyone an explanation because you said no. Do they pay your bills? No. Do they pay your car note? No. Are they taking you somewhere? No. You see how easy it is for people to say no to you? But when you say no, why is it that they get mad when you do something for them that they're not willing to do for you.
Let me expound on that one.
Go ahead.
Baby.
Go ahead on.
Baby. I'm going to tell you why. Because we have allowed ourselves to be available for them.
Come on.
And because we have allowed ourselves to be available for them, they have taken upon themselves to know and expect that from you. So the minute you decide to wise up and say, I don't want it, I don't want to do this no more, I need to say no, is that reality of, because they know what they're doing.
Yes, they do.
I've never met anybody coming into a situation, ship or whatever type of ship they come into, and they don't know that they're extending their conversation and how they want to get what they're going to get out of you. I've never met anybody say, oh, I'm going to ask for this, this, and this. I know it ain't right. I've never heard anybody say that. They're not going to say it. They're not going to say it, but they know that it's not right. Never met anybody that was oblivious, to happens.
That's right.
Oblivious to not knowing that they're asking for too much, or they're going overboard, or they're using people. I've never met anybody who just did not know that they were doing that. They just got so comfortable with doing it to the point where they expect you to do what they're asking you to do. The minute you decide to say, no, I'm done, they may even cut you off. Because the minute you say no, you'll find out if there's a true rider.
That's true.
The true ones is gonna stick by you all the time. You'll realize if them jokers are they gonna still be there for me? Are these people still available for me if I ever should ask for them or need them? You'll find that out once you start saying, no, I'm not available. No, I can't. I'm busy. No, I'm not. I don't have the funds. No, I can't go and buy you this. No, you'll find out if they're still available for you if you need them in your life. So, yeah.
And strong people.
Yeah.
Strong people need the help less.
Absolutely.
But when they do, it is so rare, but it's heavy. And when they finally reach out, access been denied.
Access denied.
It's been denied. But the whole time, you were there through all their struggles. But the minute you need something, is access denied. So if they are denying you access, you don't fully access yourself. And like you said, Chantel, about they know what they're doing.
Yes.
But what they do, they put a but. I'm going to ask anyways. And if they choose to say yes, that's on them, not me. I know they're going through. I know their plate is heavy, but hey, if they want a side piece of pie because their plate is full, I'm going to see if I can misuse them in the situation that I need.
And the thing is, they already been misusing to begin with, because anybody that have good intentions and know exactly when they're entering to a situation or whatever it is, it could be your family member, they know when they're overdoing it or misusing the situation or mistreating in a way where they know that they're getting more than they should be getting, but they feel like that whatever you have that they want belongs to them anyway. You see what I'm saying? It's just like a child who you've given everything to and you never said no to that child, and then the minute you start to try to train the child in this no atmosphere now, the child falls on the floor, have a fit because they don't understand no.
Absolutely.
And so I just know this.
Absolutely.
Hands down. So I'm just saying, I mean, people are like that, and then you got to understand, how do I fit in your life if I can't have the same access? If I were to ask you, I've had people say stuff like, if I can, I will. That sounds sensible, right? That sounds reasonable to say. But
But. There go the but. Come on.
But they put limitations on what they will enter into or give or be able to be accessible for. But you got to be open all day long like 7-Eleven.
And be ready.
And be ready 24/7.
At all times.
So I've had situations or are known of situations like that, and it's like, how do you say if I can? How do you say that out of your mouth, and then you expect different? Mm-hmm. I need to because you need it. Oh my God, there's an emergency. Oh my God, I gotta have it, and I'm supposed to be able to just
be ready.
Be ready. You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you.
Off balance, you know?
But you know, all access is not bad. I was sitting here thinking, right?
Okay.
Think about Lazarus in the Bible.
Yeah.
They prayed, they tried to get Jesus to come. Jesus, I'm paraphrasing, okay? Jesus basically saying, I'm coming. Mm-hmm. You want me to be there right now, but I'm coming. Mm-hmm. God will make you wait. Mm-hmm. To make sure you can't give his credit to no man.
Wow.
He raised Lazarus from the dead.
Yeah.
It took him a few days to get where they wanted him to go. Mm-hmm. He didn't go immediately. Mm-hmm. He waited. Mm-hmm. And when he got there, they was like, it's too late.
Wow.
But evidently you did not know that he can have access no matter where he's at. Mm-hmm. Access is never denied.
That's good, yeah.
So when he raised Lazarus, what actually happened was people's faith went deeper or they started to believe. Mm. So sometimes God wants us to wait on things. So sometimes you telling people no really could be the fact that God don't want you to have access to the person who's trying to have access to you.
I want to talk about that because I'm transparent. So it was a point in my life where I had to make conscious decisions, wise and conscious decisions. Like I had to think about this thing. I had to make sure that I was fully invested in this thought so that I can bring this thought into fruition. And so I just remember at a point in time where I had to make these decisions and say this or that, God was like, I can't not fully bless you until you do this, this, and that. And when I saw that, after I sat back and I saw that, I realized that, like you know, you're always speaking about how we may try to, or we try to appease everybody else. That's not quite your words, but you say how we try to appease other people. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, I tried to be that person to appease people, to make them happy, to be, you know what I'm saying, to make myself accessible to them. And then the minute that God starts showing me that I needed to say this, this, and this, he started blowing on different areas of my life, meaning that it was a tremendous blessing in my life in those areas where I started to change how I thought about the situation, how it looks now to him, because how it looked to me was not the way he was seeing it. You know what I'm saying? And when I learned that, honestly, people cannot go where you're going. And we try to take everybody, and this is just on general, we try to take everybody with us. Wherever we're going, we try to take everybody with us. I don't care if it's to the store, we want to take everybody with us. You know what I mean? Like, let's go to Walmart. So we try to take everybody with us, but everybody, those people that you're trying to take, those people that I was trying to take, was not able to reach where I've gone. And that's not to put shade or anything like that, but that's just what happened. God wasn't able to breathe into my finances. He wasn't able to breathe into certain areas of my life until I stopped trying to take everybody with me. Now you can encourage them to go their way, but you can't always take those people with you. So we can't give ourselves that much access into our lives, because God is trying to do something for us so that we could be a blessing and give it back to him. But how can we do that when we're giving everybody access to us and they're not going anywhere? It was something that maybe you all read this, but I haven't read the book. But T.D. Jakes was speaking about how he wrote a book, and he was saying how the turtle is ground level and how the giraffe is over the trees. You can see over the trees. And if the giraffe laid his head or tilted his head too far down, the blood will rush to the giraffe's head and he'll die. But the turtle's at ground level, where the turtle see everything at ground level. The turtle cannot see above the trees. Sometimes we got to let people be the turtle. If they're the turtle,
Absolutely.
let them be the turtle. If you're a giraffe, stay up there. You cannot bring your head all the way down or you would die. The blood will rush to your head and you'll die. So sometimes we do have to allow people to be in their space and not try to take them up when they're not supposed to be up.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying?
Oh, definitely.
I'm learning this, and I've learned this in certain situations where I want people to win. I'm trying to help them. I'm trying to make plans for them. I'm trying to help, because I've seen how God can be a blessing in this area. I've worked in this area, and God have opened doors, and maybe my little nugget that I give to this person may help them, but they're not there. They don't want to receive it unless they are receiving it without having to work for it. So why am I working harder to make sure that you get what God is trying to give you? So sometimes we gotta say, you know what, access denied. I let you come in. I've shared with you some things, how to do this and this and that, but you don't want to do it. You want it free. So you see what I'm saying? So access denied.
We have to learn to deny access. It's like this, right? I have a truck. You have an SUV. I can carry a heavier load than you.
Yeah.
And my truck will make it.
Yeah.
But if you try to carry the same load that I can carry with my truck, you will stall out.
Yeah.
Same thing. If you do not stop allowing people to have access to you, you're going to carry a load and you're going to stall out. When you stall out, how can you take care of your children, your spouse? Go to work, provide for yourself, take care of your bills. Do not get to the point where you stall out. A lot of times we're driving in the fast lane. I was thinking about this the other day. Driving in the fast lane. And you can drive in the fast lane so long that you don't even know when to get in the middle lane to do the speed limit. Let's just be honest. Let's just be honest. Okay, when we're in the fast lane.
Let me drink on that one.
Okay, when we're in the fast lane, we're going beyond the speed limit. When we get in the middle lane, we're going the speed limit. We're in the slow lane, a lot of times we're dropped below. When do you shift over? Do you know when to shift over? Because if you're in the fast lane and you're driving in the fast lane so long and you're consistently going, a lot of times you're driving slow and don't even know it because you stay stuck in the fast lane. I've seen people burn out. They think they're still keeping up with where they was before. They've burnt out. They don't even realize they didn't got in the slow lane. Because you stalled out and didn't even recognize you stalled out. You know how you go, now you at the doctor office, your blood pressure high. You didn't know it because you don't go get checked. You might go and find out you have a lump in your breast. Could have been preventable, but you don't get checked. You don't get your physical. So some things going on, especially women, there's too many parts of us that we need to stay on top of.
Absolutely.
But you don't know because you don't get checked, because you're steady in the fast lane. I go to my appointments. I do all I can. Matter of fact, what I've started doing, they have a mammogram bus. I told somebody at work, I'm making an appointment for the both of us.
That's good.
For the both of us.
That's good.
When do you get in the slow lane? You cannot stay in the fast lane all your life. Sometimes that's for the young folks. I think I'm 48, 49. I'm one of them, okay? I'm one of them. I'm not trying to keep up with these young folks.
You know, I'm not either.
But I'm going to look good trying to do it, okay? I'm not going to let myself go.
Right.
I can't get in the gym like I used to.
Let's talk about that right quick. Letting yourself go. Letting yourself go. I mean, access denied, yes, yes, yes. But letting yourself go. Too many of us have let ourselves go.
Yes, they have.
That's because we haven't allowed people to have access to us or a situation. We could talk about the mental health issues, how we've
Yes.
allowed those things to overtake us. And so we don't keep up with ourselves. We have let ourselves go. And as you were talking about mentally, the state of mind and different things like that, how we have allowed ourselves to just let go. And it's okay if you know how to bring yourself back together. It's okay not to let go, but it's okay to let things go that will cause you to be in that place where you're not excelling, you're not doing well, you're not healthy.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So as far as access tonight, hey, look, I'm learning this access denied stuff,
Yes.
and it's hard. Let me just tell you, it can be hard, it can be challenging because of the attachments that we have with certain things.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? So it could be hard. I'm not just saying that, yeah, access denied. No, sometimes it takes prayer. It takes us to be more prayerful. It takes us to turn our plate over. It does take us to fast.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So that God can come in and remove all of the residue that is left. Because we could pray, and to me, prayer is awesome and it's amazing. We're
Yes, it
supposed to
is.
do it, but we are supposed to turn our plate over and allow God to actually fully work in us, and we can hear the voice of God through that. So in access denied, sometimes, and that's another example of access denied.
Yes,
When
it
we're
is.
turning our plate over, we are denying ourselves things that
Absolutely.
would distract us so that we could hear directly from God. It won't be our feelings, it won't be our emotions, it won't be the person next door, it won't be the phone call, it won't be the text, it won't be social media. We have to deny ourselves those things so that we can hear from the voice of God.
You know, I denied myself, let me see how long it's been. I think for the last 5 years, I've denied myself. 5 years. Now I've finally stopped allowing access or wanting
Good.
the access
Yeah.
or thinking about the
I
access.
love it, yeah.
So now that I am in a mind frame of denied access, when I thought I was being denied, it was God protecting me.
Yes, absolutely.
Sometimes God is protecting you from a situation, wants you to be denied from it, wants you to have no access to it. Rightfully, should you? Yes. Should it be happening a different way? Yes. But it's not.
Yeah.
And sometimes we have to face the facts that God is protecting me. I didn't even know that God was protecting me.
Yeah.
He protected me. Now I'm living. Now I'm going forward.
Yeah.
Now I'm achieving things that I sat down or stopped doing.
Okay. Yeah.
I stopped doing a lot of things. Think about the things that you let go because you allowed so much outside interference, so much access to you. Don't you know that will deplete you? And a lot of times they depleting you to make you weak. They deplete you because if you become weak, you have no defense.
You don't have no substance.
When you have no defense,
Yeah.
you cannot
Wow.
fight.
Yeah.
When you have no defense, that's when your mental deteriorate, your body deteriorate, everything about you begin to deteriorate because you've wrapped yourself and embodied yourself around something that's denied you access.
Wow. Yes. Yeah.
Stop allowing unnecessary access to come in your life. Sometimes you have to shift.
Yeah.
You have to adjust. You have to remold a situation. You have to figure out who you are because you've allowed yourself to be lost because you've allowed so much access. It's okay to sit down and start over. It's okay to rethink some things. Just get back up. Love yourself enough to know access has been denied so new access can come in.
I love it. I love it.
I'm excited. You know I am.
No, I love it, honey, because new access means
New
that
access.
that God is breathing, that He's breathing
Yes.
new life, new. You know what I mean? This is just like being a creator, and you create this thing, and then you get stuck in that position because you've been doing that same thing for so long. You know what I mean? That same creation, inventing the same thing, and you try to add more to it, and it's okay to add more to it, but when it becomes finished and complete, then you have to go to the next one. But we're still on this one. We're still trying to fix this one when it's already completed.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? So if you've given someone access, or you've gained interest into something that you're not supposed to have access to, and there's a expiration date, as we say it all the time, use that to exit. Use that to exit.
That's good.
You see what I'm saying? So I just see myself going higher in God. I do. I see myself going higher. I mean, I have a lot of things, of course, because we're human, that we just kind of face on a daily. But I just feel myself going higher in God. And the more I become in that space, the more things start coming, and distractions and different things that try to take my mind off of where I'm going. You see what I'm saying? And so I know, I feel it, that God is really trying to elevate and do some things within my life. But at the same time, I'm letting people access me in a way where it is taking time away from what my thought process should be in that moment of creation, in that moment of me creating, or God giving me something that I created. In the pandemic, I know I shared this and we're gonna get ready to close, but in the pandemic, it was a time for me to stop. And in that moment, God was saying, I need you to create. I need you to create. You don't have access to the world. You can't go out like everybody. Everybody can't go out now because it's pandemic. So now it's time for you to create. And I created in that moment of the pandemic because I think I would have lost it. You know what I'm saying? Being in the four walls, not knowing what's going on. So I started creating, and it just got my mind to going and going and going. And that's how I started to realize that in the moment of me having access to the world having access to me, I was going, as you were talking about earlier, just going in that fast lane, and it was wearing and tearing on me.
Wow.
So we're going to go ahead and close. We thank you for joining another episode of No More Silent Tears.
He wiped them all away. No more silent tears. He wiped them all away. No more silent tears. I cried. He came and dried my eyes.